off at the end is worth the wait. Plus, if you have any intention of ever playing Kingdom Hearts 2, you'll be at a loss if you're not familiar with the events of Chain of Memories.
Don't you go off and die on me now.
Finally, the collection revisits the ridiculously named 358 over 2 days, which benefits the most from the visual overhaul, given its origin on the Nintendo DS. Unfortunately, there isn't anything to actually play in this version, but rather a string of cutscenes that form a nearly 3-hour-long movie. All cutscenes are now fully voiced and animated rather than the text-only dialogue and static shots of the original version, but it's hard not to feel shortchanged at the fact the core game was removed in the favor of just cutscenes.
This place is so much nicer, without the loudmouths.
With 358 over 2 days reduced to a movie, one would hope that its narrative would be strong enough to carry the experience. However, that's not the case. 358 over 2 days is an extremely slow-paced and dull tale with only a few interesting plot points. Those precious few moments largely exist to serve the larger storyline of the series, and are hardly enough to hold your attention long enough to stick it through to the end. You can at least view the story at your own pace, but it's hard to look at this part of the collection and not feel disappointed.
What's happening?
While Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 Remix certainly lives up to the HD part of its name, the collection is not without its shortcomings. The original game's inclusion with all the new revisions and the addition of final mix content is a worthy investment on its own, and the inclusion of Chain of Memories is a nice gesture. The card-based battle system might be off-putting, but it's a unique experiment that deviates from the norm of the series. However, despite the overhauled visuals and new voice work, it's hard to excuse the reduction of 358 over 2 days to a lengthy film rather than an actual game.
Hearts full of rage, hate, sadness, and bliss.
It's not a perfect collection, but a decent bundle, with Kingdom Hearts Final Mix serving as the main attraction. If you've never played Kingdom Hearts, this might be a good opportunity to get acquainted with the series.
All for one, one for all.
Sarah leaned her wizened head back and laughed. Ha 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 ha! The Quadrilaterals were apparently after some friends of theirs. How petty an adventure. She spoke, in terms she could only hope they might understand, of the fountain of wisdom, the channel through which all data flowed. Sarah could leap in the very air itself. She was like an eagle or a flea. Or more like an eagle. She had vowed long ago that she would know this world. She would know what this world was. That she, Sarah, would know how to escape it. The Red One, who spoke wisely for a lesser, offered Sarah their help, so long as she then helped them save their friends. He said that he too had wondered at the secrets of this world and would quite like a go on the wisdom fountain, if that was okay. Sarah marvelled at his foolishness, but accepted his help. Sarah wondered at the possibilities of the outer world. She had heard legends of a third dimension. Perhaps she'd encounter one of those curves the blind square had spoken of. Single jump each? These were truly weak creatures. They possessed heart, though. Sarah might consider taking them with her, if they were up to it, which they were probably not. Close. Sarah sensed the presence of the fountain. Just one more portal to go, and then she would have the knowledge. And then escape. Looked at the glowing beam. That list he'd been writing seemed pretty petty now. This was all knowledge. All of it. Right in front of him. He was sorry Sarah couldn't step into it too. He could tell she felt the same way. From the shouting. And screaming. Thomas was connected to the internet for 12 seconds, and he had seen everything. He'd seen the cats who couldn't spell, he'd heard of the arrow through the knee. He felt there was probably a thing called cake, but that was a lie. Knew where they were. He knew what they had to do. He hoped the others would understand. They were just beyond the next portal.